Anton Segner's story is one of the most remarkable journeys in modern rugby.
Born in Frankfurt, Germany, on July 24, 2001, Segner grew up thousands of kilometers away from New Zealand, yet he would eventually make his way into one of the most famous rugby teams in the world, the All Blacks. His journey from playing rugby in Germany to becoming a professional with the Blues and finally earning an international call-up for New Zealand is a story built on ambition, sacrifice, hard work and an unwavering belief in his dream. Standing at 192 centimeters tall and weighing around 108 kilograms, Segner has developed into a powerful and highly athletic loose forward capable of playing both flanker and number 8. His game is built around physicality, relentless work at the breakdown, tackling, ball carrying and an impressive ability to contribute in different areas of the field. In 2026, those qualities helped him take another enormous step forward when he was selected for the All Blacks and became the first Germany-born player to represent New Zealand at senior international level.
But the beginning of his story was far removed from the packed stadiums of Super Rugby and international rugby. Segner was raised in Frankfurt and initially grew up around football, like many young Germans.
His introduction to rugby came through school friends, and the sport quickly captured his imagination. He joined SC 1880 Frankfurt, one of Germany's traditional rugby clubs, and began developing through the club's youth system. His natural physicality and leadership qualities soon became obvious, and he progressed through German junior rugby while also representing Germany at under-16 level. The major turning point came in 2017 when Segner was offered an opportunity that would completely change the direction of his life. At just 15 years old, he traveled to New Zealand on a 6-month exchange program and received a scholarship to attend Nelson College. What was originally intended to be a temporary experience became the beginning of a permanent rugby journey. New Zealand was unlike anything Segner had experienced before. Rugby was deeply embedded in the culture, and the young German quickly discovered an environment where his ambitions could become reality. He joined the Nelson College First 15 and played alongside future professional rugby players. His performances were impressive enough that he eventually became captain of the team. In 2019, Segner helped Nelson College win the UC Championship, ending a 12-year wait for the school. His leadership and performances continued to attract attention, and he progressed into higher-level representative rugby. He was selected for New Zealand schools and later became captain of the Crusaders under-20 side. The teenager from Frankfurt was now being developed inside one of the world's most respected rugby systems. The transition from schoolboy rugby to professional rugby came remarkably quickly. In 2020, at only 19 years old, Segner was named in the Tasman Mako squad for the Mitre 10 Cup. He made his provincial debut against Southland, helping Tasman secure a convincing victory.
That season became even more special when Tasman won the championship final against Auckland. Segner came off the bench in the final and became the first German player to win the New Zealand provincial title.
His performances continued to improve, and he became an increasingly important member of the Tasman side. By the time he left the province, he had accumulated 28 appearances and established himself as one of the country's promising young loose forwards.
In October 2021, Segner signed with the Blues, beginning a new chapter in his professional career.
He made his Super Rugby debut in 2022 against the Hurricanes. The move placed him in one of New Zealand's most competitive professional environments and gave him the opportunity to test himself against some of the best players in the Southern Hemisphere.
At the Blues, Segner continued developing his versatility.
He could play across the loose forward positions, giving coaches options while allowing him to develop different aspects of his game. His work rate and physical presence became increasingly noticeable, and he eventually became a key member of the Blues squad. His career took another important step when he decided to make Auckland his permanent home and joined the Auckland provincial side. He made his Auckland debut in August 2024. The move gave him another opportunity to take on leadership responsibilities and continue building his reputation away from Super Rugby. The 2026 season proved to be a breakthrough year. Segner produced an outstanding campaign with the Blues and was recognized with multiple awards at the 2026 Blues Awards. He won the Better Blues Company Player of the Year, the Players Player of the Year, the Blues Forward of the Year and the Fans Player of the Year. It was a remarkable collection of honors and showed just how important he had become to the team.
His performances could no longer be ignored at international level. On June 22, 2026, Segner was named in the All Blacks squad for the Nations Championship.
The selection was historic because he became the first Germany-born player selected for New Zealand's senior national rugby team. New Zealand Rugby highlighted his high work rate, physicality and leadership as important qualities behind his rise. For Segner, the moment represented the fulfillment of a dream that had begun years earlier. He had grown up in Germany watching the All Blacks and had eventually traveled across the world to New Zealand as a teenager. Now he was preparing to wear the famous black jersey himself. The historic moment arrived on July 11, 2026 against Italy. Segner came off the bench at halftime, replacing Luke Jacobson at open-side flanker, and played the entire second half. New Zealand went on to defeat Italy 47-17, giving Segner his first official All Blacks cap. He had gone from a German schoolboy dreaming about New Zealand rugby to becoming a Germany-born All Black. His impact did not stop with that debut. In the weeks that followed, Segner continued to impress in the All Blacks environment. His ability to win turnovers, tackle aggressively and work tirelessly around the breakdown made him a valuable option in New Zealand's back row. Recent performances have also drawn praise from coach Dave Rennie, who has highlighted Segner's impact and development. One of the most interesting aspects of Segner's game is his versatility. At 192 centimeters and 108 kilograms, he has the size to compete physically with international forwards, but he also possesses the mobility needed for modern rugby. He can operate as a flanker, move into the number 8 position and contribute at the lineout. His ability to win possession and make tackles allows him to influence matches even when he is not scoring tries. Away from rugby, his journey is equally fascinating. Segner made a major personal sacrifice when he left Germany as a teenager to pursue his rugby dream in New Zealand. What began as a 6-month school exchange eventually became a new life. His parents and family remained an important part of his journey, and in 2024 he spoke about the security of extending his Blues contract and how Auckland had begun to feel like home. There is also an interesting contrast in his sporting background. Germany is traditionally associated with football rather than rugby, while New Zealand is arguably the world's most famous rugby nation. Segner crossed that cultural divide and managed to build his career in the country where rugby is part of everyday life. Now comes the question of how far he can go. At 25 years old, Segner is still entering what could become the most important period of his career. He already has experience at provincial level, Super Rugby level and now Test Rugby. His 2026 Blues season showed that he can perform consistently at the highest professional level, while his first All Blacks appearances have given him valuable international experience. His challenge will be to establish himself in a highly competitive New Zealand back row containing some of the world's best loose forwards. When it comes to Anton Segner's salary and net worth, exact figures are not publicly confirmed. His Blues contract was extended through the end of the 2026 season, but neither the club nor Segner has publicly disclosed his precise annual salary. Because of that, online claims about his earnings and net worth should be treated cautiously. As a successful Super Rugby professional and now an All Blacks international, his income is likely to have increased significantly as his profile has grown, but there is no reliable official figure that can confirm his exact net worth. For a young player still building his international career, his future earning potential could become considerably greater through rugby contracts, performance bonuses, sponsorships, and endorsements. Today, the German-born youngster who once dreamed of playing for New Zealand has actually done it. From SC 1880 Frankfurt to Nelson College, from Tasman to Auckland, from the Blues to the All Blacks, Anton Segner's journey is a powerful reminder that sporting dreams can cross borders. His story is still being written, and if his 2026 breakthrough is any indication, the next chapter could be even more remarkable. Thank you so much for watching and please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.